Hey guys, this is Rosita here, your go-to Spanish teacher here on Take Lessons. So today we're going to talk about the different ways to apologize and say excuse me in Spanish because there's actually a lot of ways. So with this presentation, I'm going to break it down for you, and also we're going to actually learn how to converse. All right, so let me grab my presentation that I prepared for you guys right over here. Awesomeness. But let's start from the beginning, shall we? One moment. Okay, so let's hide this. Hopefully this works. Okay, well, I'm going to just add the navigator on. All right, so let's begin. So our game plan for today, we're going to converse in formal Spanish. If you guys are new to Spanish, there's actually formal and informal Spanish. Primarily, I do teach you both, but with most of my lessons, I'm going to teach you the formal way. Then I'm going to teach you guys some new vocab, some vocabulary that you will need to know because it is so beneficial to know. And vocab and phrase usage. Break down the word, break down the phrase. Because trust me, if you're actually living in LA or you're planning to, travel to Central America, South America, or Spain, you'll know what they're talking about. And then we're going to have our lesson focus. All right, so here's the conversation, guys. So, game plan for this is that I'm going to read this conversation through. Then I'm going to break it down with the English translation. Then I'm going to have you guys repeat after me. Person 1. ¡Ay! ¡Perdón! No preocupe. Perdóname. Estoy distraído. ¿Y por qué está distraído? Porque no puedo encontrar los mariscos. ¿Usted sabe dónde están? Sí, están por allá. Ah, claro. Disculpa la molestia. Now here's with the English translations. Ay, perdón. Ah, I'm sorry. No preocupe. No worries. Perdóname, estoy distraído. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. ¿Por qué está distraído? Why are you distracted? Porque no puedo encontrar los mariscos. ¿Usted sabe dónde están? Because I can't find the seafood. Do you know where they would be? Sí, están por allá. Yeah, they're over there. Ah, claro. Disculpa la molestia. Of course. Excuse me for the bother. All right, so let's try this out. Repeat after me. Ay, perdón. Person 2. Listen carefully. No preocupe. I'll say the preocupe again. Preocupe. Now repeat after me. No preocupe. Person 1. Perdóname. Perdóname. So repeat after me. Perdóname. A seguir. Estoy. Repite, por favor. Repeat. Estoy distraído. Repeat after me. Distraído. Now let's say that full phrase. Perdóname. Estoy distraído. Person 2. ¿Por qué está distraído? Repeat after me. ¿Por qué está distraído? Person one. ¿Por qué no puedo encontrar los mariscos? ¿Usted sabe dónde están? So repeat after me. ¿Por qué no puedo encontrar los mariscos? ¿Usted sabe dónde están? Person two. Sí. Están por allá. Repeat after me. Sí. Están por allá. You're doing great, guys. All right, last one. Person one. Ah, claro. Disculpa la molestia. Repeat after me. Ah, claro. Disculpa la molestia. Awesome. Okay, so let's check out some vocabulary here. So here we have different words to, to express pardon, excuse me, and all that fun stuff. Okay. Perdón. Repeat after me. Perdón. Which means pardon. Now, these two words actually look very similar. Perdón looks a lot like the English word pardon. Right, next word. Cuidado. Repeat after me. Cuidado. Cuidado. Meaning, watch out. Next word. Encontrar. Meaning to find, to meet. Encontrar. Repeat after me. Encontrar. Encontrar. Next word. Disculpar. Which means to forgive. Excuse me. Disculpar. Repeat after me. Disculpar. Awesome. Two more. Distraído, meaning distracted, to be absent-minded. Distraído. Repeat after me. Distraído. Distraído. And last one, molestia, which means bother, trouble, also can mean annoying. Okay, repeat after me. Molestia. Molestia. To help you guys remember this word, have you guys eaten the Spanish dish called mole? Like chicken mole, pollo mole? So mole is like, think of like a chocolate sauce. So like over like meats or chicken. Typically always have pollo con mole. So molestia. Not bad, huh? Okay, so verb and phrase usage. Let's talk about molestia. Now, it's a noun that comes from the verb molestar, which means to bother or to annoy. Okay. Perdonar, which means pardon, forgive, excuse. Now, we simply say perdón as an interjection, meaning pardon or excuse me. There's also another way to say like forgive me using the verb perdonar, which we will go over in this lesson later on. Cuidado, meaning be careful. Watch out. This is often used with the verb tener, which means to have. Tener means to have. So instead of saying just cuidado, we will say tener cuidado, which literally means to have caution. Okay? But yes, you can just say cuidado. We will understand. All right. Distraído, distracted. It can be used as an adjective like it is here. But also, distraído can be used as a noun or the past participle of the verbs distraer, which is the actual verb in this case, meaning to distract. And then disculpar. I have a fond memory about this particular word. So, well, I'll tell you that in just a moment. To forgive, to excuse. In the word disculpar, we notice that there's a word inside here called culpa, which in Spanish means fault. So the literal translation for disculpar means to remove fault. So this also may help you remember this word, or this story will. So as a child, I was at the store. I think I was like roughly about 7 years old, and I would say "escúpame" rather than saying "discúlpame," which is a way to say "pardon, sorry, excuse me," because I wanted it to see a toy that was on the wall, but it was brought to my attention that I was saying it wrong. Because I used to say "escúpame," which means to spit. So I was asking, please spit me. Um, so yeah, so say discúlpame, disculpar. Don't say escúpame. Please don't. Okay, here's our lesson focus. As I mentioned in the beginning of this lesson, is that we have different ways for asking for forgiveness and for apologizing to say, excuse me. So I'm going to show you the other several ways that we ask for forgiveness or apologize. Like the phrase con permiso. Literally translation is with permission. This can be the English equivalent to say, excuse me, when you're trying to get somewhere. Okay? Con permiso is the literal translation is with permission. It's a request on behalf of the speaker for the forgiveness or understanding of the person being spoken to. We often translate this as excuse me. A little more eloquent is we use con su permiso, which the translation will be with your permission, but the English phrase would be if you'll excuse me. Okay? All right. Next two expressions are common. They're definitely part of the social norm, per se. So these two expressions, perdone and disculpe, both of which acknowledge that a social norm has been broken and that the speaker wishes to express his or her awareness of this. Both of these expressions are usually translated as forgive me or pardon. But also, both of these expressions have been given in the formal version. However, if you're in the company of friends, you can use perdóname or discúlpame. Don't say escúpame, discúlpame. Okay, which basically adds a touch, a hint of intimacy or closeness. Now, last but not least, I'm sure you guys have heard this before, the phrase lo siento. Now, even though the literal meaning, well, can be the English equivalent to I'm sorry, but it is actually not that common to actually express the feeling. This is more like if one of your friends are talking about their day and you're just nodding and agreeing, like, oh, lo siento. Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we use it in that context as well. It literally translates, I feel it. Lo, which we'll learn later on, but can also represent the pronoun I. And siento means feel. Okay? Comes from the verb sentir. So lo siento, I feel it. Okay, guys, hopefully this video has been educational and hopefully you guys learned something. If you guys are interested to book lessons, I'm still currently accepting students. Please check out my profile at takelessons.com/with/Rosita Ana Usagi. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask them in the comment section below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you guys are watching this on the Take Lessons profile, there's a button that says ask a question. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or doubts that you have that are involved in the Spanish language. Also, I do teach Japanese as well for all those anime fans. I am half Japanese, surprise, but Usagi is my nickname, so not my real Japanese name. So yes, I also teach voice. If you guys are interested for vocal lessons, definitely check out my profile and take lessons. I do teach people how to sing in Spanish and in Japanese. So for more information on that, just click on the link below where it says description if you guys are watching this on YouTube. Okay, guys, hopefully I will get a chance to talk or even maybe see you soon. Okay. All right. Take care. Nos vemos. Ciao.